Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sari, and this is day 33 of the Simplify Your Life Challenge for 2022. This challenge is based on an ebook by YouTuber Muchelleb. I will link her channel and the ebook in the bar down below. There's a playlist where you can follow along with all of this from the beginning. I will link it on the screen. So with that, let us get into day 33, where we review. This is the last day of the challenge as formally outlined in the ebook. It may not be the last video for me on the topic though, depending on how quickly I get through the last big declutter and simplification project that I have, which is decluttering my basement, which has been an ongoing process that's been happening for months. Thanks to all of you who started this journey with me back in January, which is forever ago, it feels like, and have made it through until now. It's been a ride, but I really hope you all feel as fulfilled and proud of the work we've put in over these past 32 weeks. But we're not done yet. We've only just started this process, this journey, this simplification life. And from here on out, we have to work to keep our spaces simplified, keep our lives simplified, keep the mental clutter away, keep the physical clutter away. If you don't keep working at that, it just creeps back in, and then we have to come back in 5 or 10 years and do this very intensive process all over again. Trust me on that. It's a lot easier if you just do it as you go than let it build up and then have to figure out why you all of a sudden have so much stuff again. We have to keep refining our goals. We have to keep saying no to things we don't want to do. And we have to keep saying yes to things we do want to do. And we have to keep changing ourselves and our lives and the world. And you can do it, and I know you can do it. And I believe in you even if you don't. Here is our plan for today. Document what we've learned. Step back, read over the notes you've taken during this challenge. Think back to the videos, rewatch the videos if you want to. I'm not going to be mad about more views. What have you learned on this journey during this challenge over the last 7 months? What surprised you? What are your key takeaways? I'll share some of mine with you to get you started, but I really want you to share yours in the comments if you feel comfortable doing that. I know I always say this, but I think today, more than most days, I really want to hear from you. I really want you to share with me, with everyone. What did you learn? What is your journey? And answer these questions and share that with us, because I think we can all benefit from a little synthesis of this. And who knows? Maybe if enough of you share and I get permission, I'll do a synthesis video and say, here's some stuff from the community of what we've learned and what we still need to work on and what we feel like went really well and all these things. But I'll share mine and you share yours. Cool. I have too many goals and I don't know how to prioritize them. That's not really a learning because I knew that, but I reinforced it here on goal setting day when I wrote down like 10 things that were all stuff I want to do right now. And I still haven't sorted that. I still don't know what is the most important thing to do right now. I don't need to hang on to things just in case. I don't need all of these boxes of stuff in my basement that I have moved to who knows how many different places now that I keep because I felt like I needed to. I had a whole plastic tote bin in my basement full of old school notes that I've never looked at since I finished university 15 years ago. More than 15 years ago, depending on what point. Why? Why do I need it? Why? Literally everything's on the internet now. I don't know. I don't need to keep that stuff. I don't. I don't need to keep photos if they mean nothing to me. I don't need to care about family stuff that I don't want. I can pass that on to somebody else who does want it. It's okay that my personal style is all over the place. This is really hard when you start digging into minimalism and minimalist culture, because everything is like, you only need to own 100 items of clothing maximum, but really you should be able to create a capsule wardrobe with 30 items of clothing and only wear the same 5 colors and just buy the same shirt in the same color but 5 shirts and then just wear that for the week and then do your laundry. I cannot live like that. I can't do it, and that's okay. Minimalism is about being intentional and mindful about what you do choose to own and owning things that bring you joy, and a monochromatic color palette does not bring me joy. So it's okay that I don't have 30 items of clothing that are all the same 5 colors. That's fine. I've learned that. No matter how much I declutter, I might still not be happy in a space. I've really fallen out of love with my current house over the past 2 years of being in it nonstop. I loved this house, and I still do like it. I think it has merit. I think there are so many things about this space and being here that make me happy, but I'm also starting to notice all the things that don't. And all the ways that I thought, oh, it's like quirky and weird, are actually like, some of that's really annoying. The 20% broken is starting to really irritate me. It's just these little things. And so, yeah, I decluttered, and at first it was like, oh, this is great, I love it, but now it's just become regular, and I'm back to being like, ugh. There's still too much stuff in this space. Like, I can't literally get rid of all of my possessions, and somehow this house still doesn't feel right to me. And maybe it is because I still own too much stuff, but also maybe it's just because this house and I are no longer as compatible as we used to be. So maybe I need to start looking for another space. Or maybe I just need to make peace and come to terms. There is still a lot to do. I'm in this room, which you cannot see, but this is the craft room, and I did a whole video on my clear out, and it's still a mess in here. It wasn't, but now it is, because it's a tiny room, and there's just too much stuff in it, and there's too much going on, and I don't have anywhere to put it. And there's just piles of clothing that needs to be fixed that I don't have time to get to, and piles of sweaters that need altering that I don't have time to get to, and yarn that is from sweaters that I unraveled but is now just in balls that's in a bag that are not reskeined and don't go anywhere. So there's just a bag of random various size balls of yarn, and there's stuff that I'm sewing that I'm working on that's all over. It's a mess in here. I still have too much stuff. I need to get rid of it. I don't need overflow makeup storage, but I still have that. I just went back through my wardrobe and pulled out like 50 more things that I was like, yeah, you actually can get rid of this. You still don't need it. My basement is still a mess at this point in time. Maybe it is not by now when you all are seeing this in the real world and I have actually gotten rid of everything in my basement. Somehow I doubt that that's true, but maybe it is. Anyway, point is, there's still a lot to do physically. There's also still a lot to do mentally. I have so much more work to do than what I was able to do in the day or the week that I was doing the work for the video. I still don't know what my goals are. I know what they are, but I don't know what's more important. I still don't actually write down my to-do list. It still lives in my brain, and then I sort it out in my head. And maybe that's fine, because I'm pretty good at doing it that way, but I want to make a concerted effort at writing it down more. I want to figure that out. I want to figure out how to be paperless with that, which I'm struggling with. You'll hear about that again in a bit. There's still more I have to learn. There is still more I have to do. We are just getting started here, even though it feels like we are ending. It doesn't stop after today. I have to keep working on this, and I have to keep the mindset, and I have to keep saying, do I want to do that or not? Do I need that thing or not? Etc. I have to ask myself that on a regular basis. I really can just not buy the thing, but going to the store infinitely increases the chances that I will. This is a struggle because in winter, you can't really leave your house without going to probably a retail establishment. In summer, it's different because it's nice out and you can go places. And we don't find ourselves just like randomly at the mall because we needed to be out of the house, or randomly at Target because we needed to be out of the house. We can go to a park. We can walk around the block. We can go play tennis. We can do all of these things that do not involve going to a place where somebody is going to ask me to give them money for material goods. That will change once it becomes no longer nice outside again. Not buying things doesn't automatically make you happy or content the way the minimalists want you to believe that it does. I've talked about this in a previous video, and if I remembered which one it was, I would tell you, but I do. I do take joy in buying things. I love clothes. I love shoes. I love expressing myself through my style, through my makeup, through the image I'm presenting, right, into the universe. I love that. It makes me happy. And so, yeah, I really like acquiring more bits to my wardrobe. I really like acquiring more shoes. I do get joy out of that. Everyone says, oh, it's just the momentary thrill of buying a thing. It's not. I love it. Literally, like, this shirt, I bought a whole bunch of. I bought it in white and gray and black, and then I bought cropped versions, and I bought all of these just kind of basic tanks from Banana Republic. There's a whole video that I'm going to work on that's like, here's all the stuff I bought this year. That'll come out later, like at the end of the year, so you can see what I did decide to buy. Like, I changed this because I was like, oh, that seems like a really cool, like, just wardrobe basic, and I wear it all the time, and I'm glad I bought it. I bought a moto jacket, and I'm glad I bought it. I bought a denim jacket, and I'm glad I bought it. I bought more shoes, and they're awesome. I love those shoes. I wear them all the time. Wearing them makes me happy. So there's this whole concept in minimalism that's like, enjoy experiences and not things. And yeah, that's fine, and I have had some really great experiences. But I've also bought some really great things, and I like those things. And wearing those things and owning those things makes me happy. And so deciding to stop buying things does not automatically make you happy and content and at peace and all of these things that the minimalist movement says it will do. In fact, restricting myself from buying things that I genuinely want makes me upset. I've learned to ask the question in an important trade-off because we are working on potentially an impending move. And I've started asking myself, is it worth not having that amount of money towards your moving expenses and also having to move that thing? And that's often a good checker for me on, like, do I need to buy this? I've become content. I've been able to go to Ulta with Jonas like several times and not just buy a bunch of stuff because it looked fun. Because I was like, yeah, I don't really want to move that. Like, I don't need another thing to go in the overflow makeup drawer, and I definitely don't need to spend $20 on it. But there are some things that I was like, yeah, I'm buying that, and I'm glad I did. So it's different for all of us, and I think there's far too much black and white thinking in the minimalism movement, which is pretty funny because they're really all about black and white, and pushing this agenda that, like, owning nothing will clear your mind and make you feel so much better about yourself, which is not universally true. I think it's true if you're an extrovert who enjoys having experiences, or if you're the sort of person who does not get super anxious in crowds, or doesn't worry about where you're spending your money, because even if I don't buy a bunch of stuff, I still have to decide whether I want to buy groceries or like save for an expensive vacation, because I can't always do both. And so getting experiences is not always rewarding for me, because I'm like, I just spent a whole day not accomplishing anything, doing a thing it turned out I didn't even like doing, with people I didn't want to be doing it with. So why did I do that? Why did I expend that time trying to have an experience that it turned out I hated anyway? Hopefully you see where I'm going with that. I'm not explaining it well, but I'm just saying, like, buying fewer things and having more experiences is not the ubiquitously positive experience that the deep minimalists seem to think it is. Review your physical space. If you don't feel like you've achieved what you wanted to for your physical space, write down a list of what still needs to be done. Then, even though the formal video part of this challenge is over, keep setting aside space to work on these things until all of it is done. So here are mine. Finish going through the whole basement and getting rid of the stuff I hang on to because I felt like I was supposed to. Maybe by the time you're seeing this, that is done. Hopefully by the time you're seeing this, that is done. But currently, as I am speaking to you on July 13th, it is not done. It started, it's in progress, and it's way more done than it was like even a month ago, but it's not totally done. Finish the Plex media project and clear away the rest of the DVDs and the books and the media. I think we're going to have price books this weekend to drop off even more stuff with them, which will also help me with getting the things out of the basement, because there is a huge chunk of my basement that is just boxes of stuff that needs to leave. We took a bunch of stuff to the charity shop last weekend or the weekend before, or sometime recently. Jonas mentioned half price books, and that is an ongoing thing because we cannot possibly fit all of that in the car at one time, so we just try to take things over there in shifts. I'm working on copying DVDs still, so it's not like I can just dump all of them in a bin. They go out in stages. I hope that we will make a dent in that huge stack of stuff that needs to go to half-price books that's in the basement that is in my way and is making me feel like we have way too much stuff in our basement, but is actually stuff that's leaving. And then once that leaves, maybe I will stop stressing out about the basement decluttering. Get rid of furniture I don't want and replace it if needed. We have talked so many times about how I'm trying to move, and I refuse to buy new furniture until that happens. So I know what furniture is not coming with us, and our house / apartment / wherever we move into is going to look fairly ridiculous, because I don't really have the funds to hire people to move my whole house cross country and then also buy furniture. So we're going to be acquiring furniture slowly, or else dipping into that savings account to fill in the missing pieces of furniture that we will not have, like a TV stand and possibly a living room table, possibly a kitchen table. I don't know. Very little of my current furniture is coming with me. That's all I know. Finally, get rid of my old laptop and unnecessary hard drives. I still have a bunch of stuff on one of my hard drives that is mostly like the photos, and it's because there's videos on there that I need, not videos for YouTube, just videos of stuff. And video content takes up so much space, and I need to decide if I want to try to buy more cloud storage for that. The answer is probably yes. Or if I just want to keep this hard drive around, knowing that it may fail at any point and then I will lose all of this, or if I just want to go through those files again and actually delete stuff and try to make space so that it does fit on my cloud storage. It's all a process. But the laptop itself, I think we are almost at the point of me being able to part with. I don't think I'm going to move it when we move. Whatever the story is about the laptop, it's not coming with us. The hard drive might have to. Make a better plan to keep spaces clean and organized. I'm so bad at picking up my things. Like, I clean, I wipe down surfaces, and I scrub them, and I disinfect them, and they are not gross, but I just leave stuff everywhere, and I don't have a good plan for that. We talked about how this room that I'm sitting in is a hot mess, even though I did a whole declutter in here, and there's way less stuff. Somehow, there's still stuff everywhere. And it's a little bit chaotic around here anyway all the time because of the moving and the sorting through the things. And so we have like empty bins in the corner, and sometimes I just put stuff in bins because I don't need it, but it needs to move. And sometimes I have boxes that I'm like, I have to go through that, but I don't have time to do it right now. So everything's just kind of cluttery and a mess, and I don't love it. I'm really hoping that if when I get into a new space, I can start fresh, and I can set that up, and I can make a plan, and I can make it clean. It's just, it takes so much of my time to clean and pick up and put things away, and I just don't do it, especially when I get really busy. And this is that whole lizard brain, put things where it makes logical sense thing that Michelle B keeps talking about. And I just haven't figured out that system, I guess. I need to keep working on it. Just donate and get rid of the clothes from the multiple wardrobe declutters. Maybe do another one. Make your wardrobe as small as possible so that when you move it, you do not have 4 boxes of shoes. I just need to get rid of that stuff. I keep trying to sell it, and I've sold some, but it's really slow, and what you get for it is maybe not worth it, although I do now have enough money to eventually buy a pair of winter boots, which is a need that I have, so I can see the balance of selling your clothes versus just donating them, but the listing process and all of it is very complicated, and it takes time, and I don't know that it's time I really want to be spending, and I don't know that it's energy that I need to be spending, etc., etc., although saving up that money so I can buy myself a clothing item I actually need is worthwhile. It's a trade-off, but I definitely need to just get rid of all of that stuff before I move. It's not moving with me. I'm either going to sell it before then, or it's all getting donated somewhere. Review your mental space. If there was a day that resonated with you during the mental declutter, revisit that now. Is there anything you can do to take this challenge further? Was there a day where you felt you needed more time or space or resources or thought before you could fully commit to or outline the actions that you needed to take? Go back to that. Spend that time. Learn more. Work on it until you feel satisfied that you're on a path towards change. Was there a day that particularly challenged you? Can you revisit that day now? And what can you do to push yourself to complete that challenge? Make space to continue that work. Here are mine. First is goal setting. I always have so many goals, and they all feel equally important. So I never have been able to answer what is the one thing that will get me to the rest of it. Like, how do I sum this up? What should I do first? I really want to work on these videos and this other project and this other thing, and I need to figure out my job situation, and I need to figure out my moving situation, and I need to figure out if I want to change jobs and become a freelancer, and then I need to figure out how to change jobs and become a freelancer. All of that, it all feels very pressing and very imminent and very right now, and I don't know how to sort that out, and so I need to do more work sorting that out. To-do lists, I'm really good at them, but I'm less good at writing down the random less important stuff, the freeform list. I'm really good at prioritizing my day, often in my brain, but less of just writing everything down as it comes to me. I'm also really struggling with which system to use now that I'm trying to go paperless about it. I used to have notebooks and they were really great and they were a good system, and then I started feeling bad about using all of that paper unnecessarily, so I tried to go paperless, and I'm struggling because I don't have that physical manifestation of the thing sitting right here that's like, hey, here's what you need to do today. I have to open a program, and even though the program is always open, it just automatically opens When my computer turns on, I still just don't look at it. It'll retrain my brain. Finally, celebrate. I know that this is a thing every single week, but this week, for actual, I mean it, celebrate. You could not have made it to the end of this challenge without a ton of incredibly hard work. You are so amazing. I am so proud of all of us for sticking with this, for making the commitment, for hanging in there, for doing the work. I really hope this challenge has felt rewarding to you and has at least made some positive difference in your life. I also hope that you're going to keep going on your own, even though you won't have me talking at you for 30 minutes to an hour every week. You've all set yourselves up for success, and I really urge you to keep leaning in and keep learning more and keep doing the work. For real this time, celebrate yourself. Do all the things you can from your moments of light list. Treat yourself to a nice dinner or something you've been saving on your wish list as a reward. Do more self-care. Take the night off and rest and do nothing. And then get back in there tomorrow and keep being amazing. I have really enjoyed spending time with you all over the last 7 months. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're gonna have some real talk at the end of this video. Some days were a slog. Getting through this was not always easy. It was not always fun. One thing that I learned during this challenge that is not about the decluttering is that while I enjoy making videos, I don't have the kind of life that lets me do it every single week. If I made a video every week, basically my goal is, in your spare time when you're not working, complete the video. And it doesn't give me time to achieve much else in my life. And I, as we talked about, have so many goals and so many things I want to do. And doing the declutter and all of this work was really important to set me up for deciding that I wanted to move, deciding that I want to be in a different space, prepping me for that move so that I don't have to go through all of this stuff in my house in 2 months when I made the decision to move. And making the videos made me accountable. It made me have to keep working on that. And so I don't regret doing it. It was rewarding, but it's all I've done. I've not accomplished very much else other than making these videos. And I don't feel good about that because this is not my priority in life, I learned. It's not something I want to give a fuck about every week, all the time. I don't want it to feel like a chore or something I resent. So I'm not going to make videos every week. I may not make videos very much at all. I'm not going to say I'm never making another video again, because I probably will. I'll still be around every now and then, probably mostly with vlog content, upcoming adventures. If I move, you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff about that. I'm going on a vacation, so I'm really hoping to make trip vlogs, but trip vlogs are very hard because you come back and you have like 6 hours of footage and you have to compress those into videos, and it's like, now I gotta sit down and do this, and I don't have time to do it on my vacation. And I love vacation vlogs, but like, does anybody else care about that? I don't know. And I know that this channel has never for me been about views and counts and statistics and all of that. It's just about sharing my life and documenting my journey, both for myself and as part of this simplification push, right? Like, if the goal is to collect experiences and not things, then let's share the experience. Let's do it. Let's all live through each other. Let's all like push that, because it's a lot more motivating for me to like go out and do things if I know that I can share it with some people. But also, maybe I just don't make videos and I just enjoy my life and I'm present in the moment. Maybe the best way to be present in the moment is to not watch your whole life through a phone camera screen. So maybe I'll do some trip vlogs, maybe I won't. Probably I'll do some moving vlogs, so you'll get to see that, where I will be doing even more decluttering and like the true reckoning of, do I actually want this enough that I will pack it up, pay for someone to drag it all the way across the country, and then unpack it in a new space? That's the true question. That is where this becomes real talk. I won't be here every week, and I'll miss you, but honestly, not that much. It's not strictly true. I really enjoy interacting with those of you who watch these on a regular basis. I love that. I love the discussions we're having. I love that we're doing this together. I love that I'm inspiring people to take this on as well. And hopefully we're all getting better together. And I will miss that, but I'm not going to miss sitting here, and I'm not going to miss planning this all out, and I'm not going to miss spending 4 hours of my Saturday editing this. I'm not. Maybe I will at some point, but right now I need a break. I have plenty of other things to occupy me. I have so many other goals. I have so much more to do in life. And you all are going to be busy being out there, being your amazing selves. And that's great. I'm so glad we did this together. I'm going to take a little break for a while. I'll be back sometime. I love you all. I'll see you when I see you, basically. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know if there are more videos, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I don't know when that'll be. So if you are used to the regular Saturday morning at 9 upload and you aren't subscribed or you don't get notifications, you may, in fact, want to subscribe and ask for notifications, because who knows when there will be another one? Certainly not me. So with that, thank you all. I love you all. And I will see you when I see you.